EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Denver Broncos and the Baltimore Ravens. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game. This one fielded at the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Wanna quit?
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, ends up spilling it for a loss.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Throwing is Jackson. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
No, we changed it.
Now it's Jackson. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Here's 2nd and 10. On the option, Jackson will keep it. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. So not his arm, but hurting him with his legs. A gain of 19 on the keeper and a 1st down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. So a nice run there, and I have to think a strong running game in the playoffs, maybe even more critical than the regular season. And if you go by the numbers, The man they have running it here, he was the best in the NFL.
And since he led the league in rushing yards, I think it means he's going to see the ball a lot in this game too, because that's what they're built like. That's what they're built around. So I think the offensive line, the tight end, the wide receivers, everyone is coming together, wanting him to get the ball and get it often, and they want to carve some holes out there for him.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. 26 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from evening this one up. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their 25-yard line. Now Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson, man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too. There's Wilson. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. The first carry now. This is Williams. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Now a 2nd down and 6. They run it again with Williams. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. To throw is Wilson. And he'll just get rid of it. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down. Fourth down. Here's Wilson. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a 1st down. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. So after the 4th down conversion, now 1st and 10 inside the 25. Now Wilson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Patrick. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. 7-7, our score after 1. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Block that.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I like his awareness in the pocket there. Nowhere to go with the football, so instead of forcing it to the sideline, he's just going to put this one into the harbor and live to fight another down without getting wet.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Go.
Throwing again here, Wilson. Steps, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Albert Okwuegbunam. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
Jackson. And he slings one that's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Jackson now. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Play action. Now Jackson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to have it here just past the 25.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys to put by back.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. That's one where you probably give the ball carrier a bit of a mulligan, right? Where was he going to go there?
Yeah, you could almost see his brain turning over from our perspective. Just put your foot in the ground and go, except there was no place to put his foot in the ground, and there was no place to go. No room to roam.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
I'll go special! I'll go special!
Here's a give up the middle. It's Gordon. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Wilson now off the bootleg. And that is incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to a safety valve. Give defense credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
On 3rd down, Wilson.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Tucker now to add the point after. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Back to the air, Wilson after the pick 6.
He'll get that complete to Alberto.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Here's Wilson to throw.
That's complete. It's Okuwebunam.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
They've looked his way quite a bit, and in my estimation, as well they should.
Well, that's now 5 catches in this first half alone.
And he picks up another first down. He's been an important part of their offense here early.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
Go down.
Again, Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson.
That's out to the flat for Gordon.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29.
4th down, Wilson trots off, and on comes Brandon McManus for the Denver field goal.
From the left hash, this from 46. Two minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. The kick by McManus is good, and they take a 17-14 lead. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls at work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. He'll look to throw. Try to lay one up deep.
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain.
Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Wilson. And he wisely will throw that one away. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Wilson.
This one complete to Jerry Jeudy.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
One of the feature points of the end route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
To throw again is Wilson. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Buying time to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
That's going to be caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. And that extra yardage makes this upcoming field goal attempt much more manageable.
Agreed, because when you talk to defensive coordinators, they always tell us the 35-yard line on our side of the field, that's the line we guard the most aggressively, because once they get there...
Yeah, this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes.
And the Broncos will extend their lead here just before halftime.
McManus's point after is good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away.
Fields the squib kick right around the 30. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
From the 30 on second down, Wilson. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on third down.
Outright, this one goes to Patrick. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Up the middle, it's Williams. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Williams. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Wilson. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
He'll get this to the 24, and it's 2nd down. From the 24, Jackson. He finds Bateman over the middle. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Jackson now off the bootleg. Slings it to Anderson. It's complete. The tight end has it. So he stopped for no gain. And that's going to make it 4th down.
That goes in the category of a play that the defense is going to cherish and excites them. A completion, yes, you give up the pass, but no gain. I mean, that's exactly what you want on defense.
And sets up the 4th down. It's taken to the 26. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at the 31-yard line. They begin the drive with Williams. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32.
Hey, let's go double count right here, double count. Hey, alert.
on 2nd and 9. Wilson. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson.
And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield. Finding room at midfield. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35.
It's a big play there for Baltimore. 51 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Jackson. Flush to his right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. He tried to buy some time to the right. So, Charles, when a guy gets out of the pocket, what's the focus of the quarterback?
Most of them keep their eyes downfield. They want to try and make a play throwing the ball. Some of them, they want to tuck it and go. But when they scramble, in this case, as you said, to the right, you're cutting the field in half. So good defenses kind of converge in that spot, and they don't give you much territory to throw the ball. He had nowhere to go with it. Ends up getting the ball stripped.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down, Williams.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll stay on the ground with Williams.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
59 yards rushing for him now to this point.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Got his man. It's Dulcich.
And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3.
Hey, run it.
Now Wilson. Forced out to his left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one. And oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
Gordon is into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. But I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. All that for a 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for a completion.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on, because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Able to find Isabella. He will have the conversion and more than that. Through the middle of the field, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This taken in at the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they are looking good. A 2-score lead here in this 4th quarter as they hope to capture a spot in the divisional round next weekend. Big Calais Campbell fighting through to make the play in the backfield.
This was boxing. You think maybe they would have thought about stopping this one, because this defense has been bruised, has been battered. But this is why they keep the fight going, right? They just got done with a really nice play. Showing they still got a little bit left, don't they?
Haven't had many plays that they can clip, put in the film room, and smile about. But, hey, there's one.
Clip and save.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go play action with Wilson. Out to his left.
He's got Dulcich going across the formation.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. 23 yards on the play. Wilson will throw again. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. This offense so far on 3rd down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
So finally, at this stage of the game, he lets his legs carry him for a big-time 1st down. But I think this is all set up by his eyes throughout the game. He's been taking it all in as he's watched this thing unfold. And finally, the eyes carried the legs and took him downfield.
You're right. His longest run of the game. Waiting under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
Let's go double count right here. Double count. 14, got it.
Here's Wilson. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Broncos continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road.
Reload. Hey, easy.
Wilson going to throw for it. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Patrick Queen.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kareem Jackson.
Well, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defensive.
Touchdown, Broncos! Jerry Jeudy with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Broncos have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Saying their fans here are stunned would be an understatement. Things in this wild card round have not gone according to plan.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They go play action with Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 35 yards the game there. Another 1st down as well.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. Well, it seemed like they were so focused elsewhere they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns him there to make this a 3-score game here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
I think there might be a little bit of defensive fatigue from those guys on that side of the ball, partner, because they've been spending their time trying to stop him from all angles. This time the tight end gets him.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This fielded right at the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Them on to the divisional round.
Everyone plays all year long for the right to get into the tournament, as they like to call it. Wild card, divisional, doesn't matter to them. One moves on, one goes home.